Hello there, this is Forever Young Fitness Guru with my gorgeous friend Jessica Rutherford. We're here at her home in Nevada City, and she is going to show you how to make your own to die for vitamin C serum. And she's going to explain all the ins and outs of it. And instead of buying a $50 little vial that sits up in your counter for a year and is completely expired and useless, she's going to show you how to make it for yourself and do yourself a lot of good for pennies on the dollar of what you'd be paying normally. So go to foreveryoungfitnessguru.com and you can get this video. She'll be happy to show you how. See ya!
I wanted to add one of my favorite parts about the results from the vitamin C serum is that I have dealt with chronic chapped lips my whole life, and when I use this on my lips at night before I go to bed, the chapping is completely gone in the morning and my lips are soft. Wow. And that's a miracle.
And also, if it is a little gritty, does that mean it won't work?
Oh no, it'll work fine. It's just a little bit less pleasant. I had a really gritty batch once and I just used it as an exfoliant and it was effective and delightful.
Oh. Okay, 20 minutes later.
We're back. Now, when I say it takes a while to dissolve this, I really mean it takes a while. Be patient with the process. Use the back of the spoon to kind of grind the dissolving crystals. Don't expose it to heat, even though that will dissolve it faster. You'll damage your vitamin C and it won't do you very much good.
What have people done that you've turned on to this recipe? Have they texted you about something?
Yeah, I've been getting text messages saying, I'm not doing something right, it's gritty, and I say, just keep stirring it. I promise it will eventually dissolve. You have to just keep stirring it. So I added another half of a teaspoon of water. So we have a total of a half of a teaspoon of ascorbic acid and a full teaspoon of water.
Okay.
So we're going to balance out that full teaspoon of water with a full teaspoon of glycerin. Equal parts glycerin and water is a good place to start. If you find that it feels a little bit sticky, you can add a few more drops of water. But you don't ever want the glycerin to overpower the water because glycerin will dehydrate your skin badly. Glycerin is kind of a moisture magnet, so when you add it to your skin with the water mixed in, it'll hold that water in your skin. But if you were to just put glycerin on your skin straight, it will pull the water out of your skin, which will make it feel lovely for the first day or two, and then it will completely parch your skin.
Why is it important not to heat the vitamin C? What would happen to it if we did?
Vitamin C is temperature sensitive, so it'll oxidize the vitamin C. Vitamin C also oxidizes just because of air temperature, oxygen. That's why it's important to put it in something dark colored. Also glass. Keep it in a cool, dark place. And this is actually a double batch. We're making 2 batches with this amount here. You don't want it to last for more than a week, 10 days at the most. It'll really start declining in potency after that.
And how do you know when it's dissolved? How can you tell?
It just doesn't feel gritty. You can touch a little bit, rub it on your skin.
So
I can feel a really, 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 really small amount of grittiness in there, but not to the point where it's going to bother me. And you can stir it for 20 minutes like I did, or you can also let it sit overnight and come back to it and see if that makes it dissolve any more easily with less effort.
And then what if I have a marble mortar and pestle? Can I just stir it up in there?
No, I learned that interestingly enough. I tried to crush it with the marble and I could hear it fizzing because we're mixing a alkali and an acid. I believe they were neutralizing each other. That would kind of be pointless. So this is the final product, and we're just going to split it between our two little jars, and at night after you've washed, before you go to bed, you just put a few drops of it on your fingers, rub it anywhere that you want to diminish fine lines, and in the morning you'll notice your skin is just going to look really dewy and moist and soft. The nice thing about glycerin is it's non-comedogenic. It doesn't clog your pores. It's like a 0 on the non-pore clogging chart. So you don't have to worry about this causing any breakouts or blackheads. Some people experience a little bit of redness and tingling when they first start using it. And this recipe, which was half of a teaspoon of ascorbic acid and 1 teaspoon water, 1 teaspoon glycerin, is a 20% vitamin C. You can start out at 15% if you have sensitive skin and work your way back up to 20%, which is the ideal ratio. Another thing that I've learned from experience is it'll yellow your fingernails, so don't dip your fingers in it when you're putting it on your face. The vitamin C tends to have a yellowing effect only on fingernails. I haven't noticed any other side effects from it, except for beautiful skin.
Wow.
I'm excited that we have a fresh batch.
So that's it. Yay, Jessica! Enjoy your vitamin C serum. If there's something else that you'd like to see us tell you about, let us know. Just leave a comment and subscribe to our channel. Hello again, it's Forever Young Fitness Guru, and I just have a few more details for the vitamin C serum that I wanted to share with you. One of them is that, as Jessica mentioned, she could not use her marble mortar and pestle. So I have here a ceramic one that's stayed with me through all sorts of life experience changes, from living on boats to living on the street, and somehow I held on to this little guy. So what I found with this is that at first I was like really grinding hard, and I found that what works a lot better is just to go fast. And in 2 or 3 minutes you can pretty much get it ground up so that it feels like a nice powder and not the granulation. So then the next step, it won't really come out. So you have to brush it out. I keep a toothbrush just for that purpose, because I don't want to put the vitamin C on my tooth enamel and eat it away. So it takes a bit of brushing actually to get it all out. See how much is in there? It's just like, it's very clingy. Okay, so now we're getting it down. And then I like to use, I think Jessica did this too, just a little bit of water from my last batch of tea, so it's still warm. And here's what I've done. Jessica's formula, as you remember, was a 1/4 teaspoon ascorbic acid, a 1/2 teaspoon water, 1/2 teaspoon glycerin. That was too strong for my skin. My skin didn't like it at all. And so what I've done is I've changed it just a little bit to 3/4 of a teaspoon of water and a 1/4 teaspoon of glycerin. So as you can see, I'm just going to pour that in. Whoop, that should be plenty. And then we're going to stir it up really nicely. I can see that it's really stirring well. And then put in our 1/4 teaspoon of glycerin. And this makes just about the perfect amount for a week, I find, which is how long it stays potent. So you want your glycerin here. It's very even. It's not overly filled. And that's going in. And then we'll stir it up in this measuring cup, because what I found is that not having an apothecary funnel it's very hard to get it into the glass of your dropper. Now I use also in the dropper, I made sure that I wash this out and that mainly it gets very nice sunlight. So, because sunlight kills almost everything. And then you see it just very nicely pours in. And now I have another week's supply. Or more, since I overdid it on the water. Forever Young Fitness Guru signing off, and once again, Namaste.